Why haven't we created some form of cheap superfood yet? They have it. It turns out, people are really attached to good tasting food and the whole eating experience. We absolutely do. Soylent.com is one example of a nutritionally complete full meal replacement system. They don't take off because, well, people like to eat. Variety is the spice of life, and I'd probably die of boredom if I ate the same thing every day. In the future, we'll have bachelor chow now with flavor. Eating the exact same thing all the time sets you up for problems. We know a lot about nutrition, but not everything. There are probably nutrients that we haven't identified that make your body function better. But if they haven't been identified, we can't put them in a bar. If you eat the same thing all the time, and there is a problem with manufacturing, you will end up poisoning yourself. See also all the toddlers who ate all the cinnamon applesauce packets and have lead and cobalt chromium poisoning. Body seems to do way better with variety. In a sense, we're already losing this. Most people eat food that's from only a couple dozen species, vs the huge number of possible plants and animals that were common in human diets before Big Ag took over. Most bars would qualify as heavily processed foods, which have proven to be bad for people if eaten exclusively, even if science hasn't identified exactly why that is. A bar you could eat the rest of your life because it has all vitamins and minerals in it that you need would be horribly boring. As far as I'm concerned, feeding prisoners like that would be torture. Tacos over here, like, am I a joke to you? It's called Nutriloaf. It's used as a punishment in the prison system. The loaf is nutritionally complete, requires no utensils to eat, and is, apparently, awful tasting. I suspect that, with a little tweaking, it could be made quite palatable. Soylent Plumpy Nut, many others. Because food is about more than just sustenance. This is what I worry will happen when people concerned with grocery inflation say the government should just be in charge of the food chain. For me, food is like an intimate hobby where living on Good Life wafers is not at all appealing. I think they could serve a purpose, but pig fat, truffles, beef, fruit and vegetables, butter, wine is not something I'm looking to replace. There's something called heal, and I think it's pretty much what you're describing. In addition to another 100 correct answer about Soylent, consider that there are several complete baby milk replacements in the market in pretty much every country in the world. The fact that several companies, at least in Europe, managed to formulate something like that for babies, several formulas, for different stages of development should attest to their abilities to develop such for adults. A friend and I were discussing human kibble, crunchy and chewy pieces to satisfy the need for chewing solid food with complete nutrition. I wish something like this existed. Thick drinks make me gag, and I don't think I could handle liquid meal replacements like Huel or Soylent. We have done that already. They exist. There are dozens of brands from Soylent to Huel. The problem that people don't seem to realize is that eating food is enjoyable. The foods we eat are enriching. The act of eating a piece of food is an experience that's pleasurable in and of itself. Meal replacements 1. Don't taste as good as an actual meal 2. Are boring the same thing over and over and over again. Microtransactions for basic living necessities is more financially lucrative. Just eat sweet potatoes, cheapest, healthiest option. Gets you 99 there. Because we are basically in late game monopoly, you know. When Auntie has hotels on the yellows, and the greens, and Grandma's got them on the blues and reds, and she's got the railroads, all the game's money is concentrated in the hands of a few while everyone else is a bad day or one slip up from going bankrupt, and sometimes even jail looks like it might not be the worst option. Ain't nobody got cheap superfood creating money except the people who do when those people want, because SOCIALISM. People eat for emotional reasons, cultural reasons, etc., not just physical nourishment. Quinoa cooked in chicken stock. Mix in chicken with a ton of lemon pepper and diced sweet peppers.